What's going on, everybody? My name is Kyle Heidt. I'm the founder of New Heights, and today I'm going to be giving you the entire process that we use to help six-figure e-commerce brands and businesses scale to seven figures and beyond. We call it our Vertex Blueprint. That falls under our R.I.S.E process. Our R.I.S.E process stands for Reach, Inner, Serve, Evolve. So we're going to dive into that for our Vertex Blueprint, which Vertex means reaching the next highest point of your business. So that's why we call it that. And I'm going to give you everything, the entire strategy, and you're able to download this, get all our workbooks, all the strategy, all our working documents that you can use for yourself to help you break through that limit, to hopefully hit that seven figures as you create a business that supports the lifestyle that you want to live. Because that's what New Heights is all about, helping others elevate to new heights. So to dive into a little bit, this is what an impactor is. I won't dive into this because I would love for you to read it so we can get right to the juice of this. Read this. This is who we are. We are impactors, making an impact in the world, living a life that we love, and helping others do the same. Quick little 60-second intro about myself. Professionally, I've run paid media ads for over 50 brands, and I've spent over $15 million while generating $50 million plus in revenue for them. I've helped and scale multiple brands in e-commerce and also lead generation, kind of service-based businesses, but I really like to focus on the e-commerce side. So that's what I've done. I consider myself a holistic growth marketer. I don't just look at only Facebook or only email or only Google. I look at the entire business to help you grow. I'm a big proponent of buying and then building. The acquisition entrepreneur, that is the pathway for me. So I like to share this kind of information with people so they can do that themselves to grow their businesses, as I do it for actually my own businesses in the background. I've come from working at big agencies, running ads, doing growth there. And then now I started the New Heights consulting growth side of the business here in 2022. And I love helping entrepreneurs create a life that they love through their businesses and getting them to achieve their success, whatever that success is for you, helping them do that through their businesses. So that's professionally. In life. Right now, I am a family man. I am a husband. That's my beautiful wife there on the left. And I am an entrepreneur. I love helping people become the greatest versions of themselves. I consider like total human optimization, looking at a body, being, business, and balance. So that's what I love to help people do. I've been broke. I've been homeless. I've been stuck in dark places in my life previously. And then now life has brought me through a beautiful journey to where I'm at now with this life and this business that I love having and love doing. So that's great. That's continually great for my life. And I love to travel, snowboard, read, write, work out, big in the gym, kind of healthy, total optimization guy. Like I said, I love to make videos like this, either educational or either inspiring and kind of entertainment ones. So that's the YouTube channel as well, if you ever want to go there. But let's start. Oh, and I live in Las Vegas now. I've been able to travel all over the world, from Thailand to South America. I lived in South America for 6 months, grew up in Lake Tahoe, lived in San Diego for 6 years. And now I live out here in Vegas, and I absolutely love it. So if you want to know who this is for, hopefully this is for you. You're at the six-figure mark, or even maybe you're starting a brand new e-commerce brand and you're looking to break through that six-figure and seven-figure limit so you can reach new heights. I'm going to give you, like I mentioned, this is the entire R.I.S.E process that we use for any brand that we work with or any brand that we acquire. I take them through this process to help us map out the growth plan and the growth map to reaching the seven figures and beyond mark. And we've also used this system to help brands that are in the 3 million mark to go up to 5 and 10 million. So this works at a holistic, high-level process, but we're also going to dive into the nitty-gritty of what we can do step by step over time. But I really want to give this to you so you can have an idea of how to map this out for your brand. And then, if you want to work with us, there's always an opportunity to schedule a call with us and apply. So you can click on this link in the document itself and head over there to book your call. So let's dive in. Let's take life higher. Let's reach some new heights with our Vertex Blueprint and R.I.S.E process. So give you an overview of what the R.I.S.E process looks like in the Vertex Blueprint. We have Reach, Inner, Serve, Evolve. So Reach, we get clear on the vision for our business and where we are at. Reach means two things, actually. Let's back up a little bit here. Reach, to arrive at, and to extend to. So we get clear on where you are at right now with your business, and we get clear on where you want to extend to. We look at what do you want, your mission, value, and vision, the future of your business, key metrics of your business, and of course, getting that into an action plan of what we want to do. Then after that, we reverse engineer and how can we build this out, and we work on an internal system to implement for your business. So we look at the inner of your business, and we do everything from your customer to the core, which is your offer ladder, your bonuses, and the funnels that you're going to use to sell those. We look at your website because we want to do conversion rate optimization and revenue optimization in there to making sure that you can maximize, traffic that's coming to your website. And of course, as they go through their purchasing process, that you can maximize on the revenue generated per order. And then we look at the wiring. So we look at the apps, the software, and the plugins that we want to use in your store. We use Shopify a lot because it makes it really simple, but we have worked with brands that are on WooCommerce or WordPress. So we look at the apps and the software and the plugins that we need to plug into your store to do that. And then the next thing we do next is we launch. So we serve. We look at the impact marketing strategy that we map out. We have the change, the process, the culture, the stories, the experience, and the X factor that we want to help you use and you create for your impact marketing strategy, is what we call it. And then we launch, and we have organic marketing. So we have something that I like to look at called the Dream 100. And then we have paid marketing. So we have angles and ad copy, creatives, campaigns, and scales for both Facebook and TikTok and Google. So they'll be able to dive into there. And of course, the retention machine is email. So I'll give you all the emails that you need to set up for your Klaviyo account. That's going to maximize your revenue. So last thing that we dive into for our R.I.S.E process is evolve. So we look at 3 ways to grow: the infrastructure of your business to actually help it be sustained as you scale, the processes that you put into place that you can then duplicate and teach to others as you grow, and then of course evolution. So we look at impactor flow, which is something that we created here at New Heights that's helping you as the entrepreneur get into a flow to continually help you become the greatest version of yourself. We look at R.I.S.E, which is a mindset change that's actually for the internal. So this is more of the business. We look at the internal version for R.I.S.E because it works on both things, elevating your life and elevating your business. And then of course, continuing education, because the moment you think you know you have everything and you know everything is the moment that you lose. So we give you some recommendations here to continually learn. And that's what the R.I.S.E process looks like over there in the Vertex Blueprint. So let's actually dive into part 1, which is reach. So for reach, one thing that we like to do here is just get clear on what you want. Reach means to extend to. So what do you want? What's the number? Why do you want to start this business, or why did you start this business, and what's the end goal? What's your lifestyle look like? So get clear on that. Write that in there. And why do you want that? And get the reason and the juice and the why behind it, because if and when the time comes to where you feel unmotivated or you don't want to do it, you can remind yourself that this is why I'm doing it. And you're writing it down here. And then the last thing is, do you want to have an exit? As a acquisition entrepreneur, we also set up an exitpreneur, which is helping you make sure that you set up the right things in your business and set up the right processes and systems so that when that time comes, whoever was going to buy your business in the future is set up for success. Not getting all this ideas, not going through this whole process and not knowing what that looks like. So when it comes to like, I actually want to sell my business, that you just have a bunch of chaos. We want to make sure that you are ready to go when that time comes, if that time comes for you, if that's something that you want to do, so you can have an exit with, a gigantic number that helps you go on to the next part of your life with a lot of money. So we get clear on this. Next thing we want to look at is your core values. Now, why do we want to have core values? Because core values is going to keep us in alignment with ourselves and, of course, with who works with us and what kind of clients that you work with and customers that you're going to attract. So having your core values here helps that a lot. I know my own core values and people that I work with and usually are attracted into my life are people that share similar or basically the same core values to a certain extent that we want to work with. So having that there makes a huge difference for you. And also getting clear on what your mission is and what's your vision. So you have a vision for your life, which you can look at here. Why do you want to do that? But then also getting a clear vision for your business. What does that look like? Filling this out makes a huge difference because even though it's very high level, it gives you a direction for your life and for your business to continually go down. And when times get tough and the tests come in life, it gives you an opportunity to return to what you want, your core values, and it allows you to stay centered and keep going forward. Next thing we're going to dive into is the 3 uniques. So 3 uniques allows you to separate yourself from kind of everybody else. So if, for instance, New Heights is education, it's inspiring, it's business. So that's my 3 uniques that I like to share. For you, it could be whatever. It could be comedy. It could be, certain types of products, and it could be travel videos. Like whatever that is for you, adding 3 uniques is going to help you stand out from the crowd because it's just very saturated with tons of things going on in the really in the business world. So having 3 uniques allows you to stand out a little bit better. And a 5-year theme. So a theme is something that you can look forward to as it's going to be for these next 5 years. So for instance, if you want to exit your business, the theme for these next 5 years is, exiting. So what you can plan on doing these next 5 years is building and exiting your e-commerce brand or your business in general. And then with that 5-year theme, we're going to reverse engineer to see what it looks like from a 3-year picture and then a year picture. So in the impactor flow, which is later in this, you'll be able to break down your 3-year picture into yearly goals and yearly action steps through that. But right now we want to get you clear on what the next 3 years of your business looks like. So we get clear on what that looks like, and then also the date of that, how much revenue you've made, how much profit, and then some clear measurables. And that could just be as many customers, an email list, a profit number, anything like that. We want to get cleared on these numbers so we can stay focused on what we are going to and what we are trying to achieve. So that's why we get clear on this reach, where we want to extend to. Now the next thing we want to talk about in our reach is where we have arrived at. So if you're brand new, you don't have any numbers, these are the numbers that you're going to need to track in your business. What gets measured gets managed. I preach that all the time because most people that we work with or most brands that we acquire, when we ask for these key metrics, no one knows this. No one knows very many of these. So even a new customer acquisition cost, like how much it costs to acquire a brand new customer, if someone doesn't know that, you could be blowing money. Especially if they don't know their lifetime return on that too, the lifetime value of a customer. So these are the numbers that we want to dive into and know all the time. So let's dive with business. Let's start with business metrics first. We have contribution margin. Contribution margin, in simple terms, is basically the profit that marketing has generated. Now, there's other operational costs and things like that, to which then you have the true profit, but looking at kind of a contribution margin that we track for marketing. And this is net sales minus cost of delivery. Now, cost of delivery is everything that is included to get the product delivered. So that could be your cost of goods, that could be your shipping fee, your processing fee, your merchant fee, your pack and pick fee if you're using like a 3PL, anything that is included in getting the product delivered to the customer. And then of course, minus your ad spend that you've spent, that equals your contribution margin. And it's a number, not a percentage. We want to look at the contribution margin as a number. And with this, we can get a little bit clear on what the percentage is overall for what we're generating for marketing, and then operational costs and more marketing costs like that to understand where we are at for a profit standpoint. And of course, the next thing we want to track in this business metric is revenue. That's just your total revenue. There's total growth, there's total sales, gross sales, net sales. Ad spend, we want to track how much money we are spending across all platforms. We want to understand that. A media efficiency ratio. Now, this is different than ROAS because we want to look from a holistic, high level view of like how much money are we putting into our marketing efforts and how much money we're getting out. So our total revenue divided by our total ad spend will give us our media efficiency ratio. And of course, the next thing we want to track is our average order value, which is average money spent per order from a customer. We want to make sure in an ideal world, we want to have a low new customer acquisition cost or a break-even cost with that, a higher AOV than it actually is for us to acquire a brand new customer, and then a higher 90-day, 60-day, 90-day, 180-day lifetime value than the average order value. So that's average order value. And of course, we always want to track our conversion rate because we want to improve that over time the best we can, A/B testing landing pages, A/B testing copy or images or things like that. We always want to be improving our ads, our website, so we can increase our conversion rate over time. So those are the key business metrics that we want to track. Now let's look at the key customer metrics. The customer metrics we want to track are new customer acquisition costs. This means how much does it cost for us, the business, to acquire a brand new customer. Many times when we look at front-end marketing and back-end marketing, the front-end marketing is this new customer acquisition cost. Most brands will be able to acquire a customer at break even or even a loss. Now, if you are in the profit off your first acquisition of a new customer, you are in a really healthy position to grow faster because you can take those profits off the first purchase of a brand new customer and reinvest it, to which that profit could even pay for 2 or 3 more customers down the line. So we want to make sure that we're tracking our new customer acquisition cost. And if you're at a break even, or even losing a little bit of money on the front end, do not worry, because we are going to make sure that you maximize your 60-day, 90-day, or 180-day lifetime value on the back end, so we can have a healthy kind of metric of new customer acquisition cost, high AOV, and then a higher lifetime value. The next thing we want to track as we track new customer acquisition costs, we want to see how much first order profitability that we have. And that's your AOV divided by your new customer acquisition cost equals your first order profitability. We look at that just to get an understanding of how close we are on profit of the first purchase, or are we in the negative, or are we breaking even? So that's what we want to track there. The next thing we want to track is total new customers over time. We look at this from a month by month standpoint, but we want to see how many new customers are coming in so we can get an idea of how many customers are returning, which is our customer return rate. So this is the customer return rate is the percentage of customers who return to buy again. So if we look at it over time, we see this many customers have come in on January, and this how many customers have come back in January from our previous months to buy again. We just look at that because we want to keep it healthy. We want to keep a healthy customer return rate in the 30 to 40% range. So we want to strive to have at least 30%. And we really don't want to have any more than 40% of a customer return rate, because that means we're not really doing a really great job at reaching brand new people and acquiring brand new customers. Now, if let's say your return rate is 50%, that's okay. But we really strive to keep that in the 30, 40% range, just so we know we have the right systems into bringing back customers, and we have the right systems going out there to reach new customers and bringing those in as well. So the next customer metric we want to track with this is, of course, churn rate. We want to see when our customers come in, at what month do they drop off? Do they ever come back and buy again? And of course, with subscriptions, this looks like how many customers come in on 1 month, and then where are they churning in month 2, month 3, month 12, whatever that is, so we can work on improving that process over time. And then the last key metric thing that we want to track on our customer metrics is our 60-day, 90-day, or 180-day lifetime value. Now, the reason I have 60, 90, and 100 days, because it all depends on what type of product that you have. If you have something that's more of a consumable, or really, can have somebody come back and buy again, we can look at the 60-day. Let's say you have a product that has not very much times, like furniture, you don't need to come back and buy again. So you can look at it from a 180-day lifetime value, even, or a 365-day lifetime value. So this is the total increase of value for a customer over time. And this really plays a huge factor in getting an understanding of 90-day or 180-day or 60-day, because it gives us a point to which we know, hey, this is how much we can spend to acquire a new customer. This is our AOV. And then we know that on day 90, their lifetime value will be this much. We don't want to look at this really from a overall, like what's our total lifetime value, because it doesn't give us a key point to be able to optimize from. But that also is a key metric that you can look at over time, to where, hey, our overall customer lifetime value is this. As long as that's greater than the AOV and the new customer acquisition cost, you're in a really healthy spot. So on this key performance metric sheet, we have right here is our key metrics download. So you can click on this and it will go and show you all our key metrics in an Excel file, to which then you can just make a copy and download it for yourself, so you can keep track of your monthly business metrics and monthly customer metrics. We usually go in at the beginning of each month to look at the previous month and update those there, just so we can see trends over time of improvement or where we need to work on. So that's how we implement this and understand our customer and understand our numbers, really, because like I said, what gets measured gets managed. So make sure you're always tracking your numbers. Now that we have kind of an idea of where we want to go, and our lifestyle goal, and our values, and our mission, and our vision, and what we want our 3 uniques to be, and our 5-year theme, and our 3-year picture, what does that look like? And we understand our customer metrics are where we are now. We want to get clear on how we can map out a 90-day growth plan to achieve that goal, to achieve those goals. So right here, we have an action plan that you can, of course, again, click to download, and it's going to bring you up to another Excel sheet that's going to allow you to map out action steps that are needed at each level to help you implement and grow your business. So whether you're trying to scale to that 6 figures, 7 figures over time, that you'll learn throughout this, entire training, to where you can implement your action steps into this action plan to help you keep track of where you are at right now and what needs to be done as you continually strive towards your goals. You have to keep track of what you are doing so you can stay focused and succeed. Focus is a superpower that not many entrepreneurs have, because they have shiny object syndrome that gets them off path. So keeping an action plan allows you and your team to see what action steps everybody on the team and yourself has to do in order to keep striving towards your goal. So click on this to download that. This is what we use for all of our clients to keep track across the board, that everybody has on the team, each team. So click to download that. Now that we have gone through part 1, which is reach of our R.I.S.E process, we're going to look at part 2, which is inner. So now that we have this vision and we have the action plan and we know our numbers, we want to get clear on what we need on the internal part of our business that's going to help us reach those goals. So the first things first is when you start a business, one of the first things you need to do is who are you going to serve? So we look at our customer first. Know thy customer and know your audience. So we get kind of a clear on what type of customer that we are going to serve, because one of the biggest mistakes that I see when working with brands or working to acquire a brand new brand is that they don't know who their customer is and they think that's just for everybody. So if you're really under the 50 million, $100 million mark, you serve 3 people max, probably. And if you're under 100, if you're under the 1 million mark, you serve one person. Try to serve one person the best. And as you grow over time, more customers and more people, you kind of market penetration starts to reach the masses a little bit more. You can serve a lot more people. But in the beginning, you want to know who you serve first. Nike served long distance runners. Lululemon served moms who loved yoga. Things like that. You want to know what type of customer that you are serving so you can target, so you can put your marketing, your messaging, your creatives, everything around that to connect with your audience. So this is just a worksheet that you can go through to where you can get a little clear on their name. You can put a picture of them if you want. You want to understand their unique identities and their identities overall, so you can use that in your copy. You want to know their goals and aspirations so you can relate to them and help them achieve those goals and aspirations through placing your product there. So as you'll learn in copywriting, to which copy is just helping that the desire that's already in the market be directed towards the product that's going to help them achieve that desire. So it's not creating desire, it's directing desire. And we direct desire through with our copywriting to help our products help our customers reach their goals and their aspirations. And we talk about the problems. We get into the problems, their frustrations and their pains, and their fears. So we can use that as well to connect with the audience, and of course, position your product to help them solve those and get over those. And we want to understand what they value and how, whether it's family or whether it's just alone time or it's travel or it's their religion or anything like that they value in life, that which once again we can connect with and we can speak to them on their level. And then we want to get clear on how our product or your product will change their status, because everybody wants an increase in status. It's one of the basic needs. Where do they spend their money? We want to understand where our perfect customer spends their money, because that's where we can look at to targeting them and marketing to them. So whether that's in a magazine, or we use Meta and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Google, and getting clear on where they are to use unique interests to build audiences to target these individuals. And the last thing we want to understand is buzzwords. Buzzwords kind of relates back to their unique identities and their identities, because we want to say things that really they stand out with. So a quick example is like biohacking. If you say something along the terms of biohacking, that's really going to connect with the people who are into that biohacking type of thing, or total human optimization. That's going to be type of a buzzword or buzz phrase that's going to connect with your copy and with your creatives to reach those customers, these perfect customers that you want. And as you grow over time, you'll start to see that you're reaching new people and getting a little bit more clear on them, so which you can then launch new products, get a little bit more better understanding of a new customer that relates to your products too, that you can serve them in a better way. But in the beginning, you want to understand who your customer is so you can serve them at the highest level. And then over time, as you grow, you still want to understand the types of customers that you have so you can continuously serve them at the highest level as well. So getting clear on who you serve makes the hugest difference in being a successful brand and an unsuccessful brand, because you can tailor everything around the messaging and your marketing and your website to talk to this customer, to connect to this customer, to which then if you are just a broad generic brand trying to sell commodities, you will barely reach anybody. Because I also believe that there is a new era of consumerism to which brands must connect with their customers on a deeper way. People, us humans, we no longer just want to buy from brands that are faceless, that don't have any values, or they don't have a mission. They just are in it for the profit, which being in business for profit is not a bad idea, not bad at all. But we want to make sure we want to buy from people that we know, like, and trust, from brands that are aligned with our values, because that's how the world is moving. We want to buy from brands who connect with us and share our vision of life, so we can support them as they support us. So getting clear on this is huge. The second thing we're going to dive into our offers. So usually when we start off, if you're under $1 million, we look at kind of your go-to market offer to which we can put on the market and see how the market responds to it. So we craft this offer through the we craft this offer through the equation that I learned from Alex Hormozy. So Alex Hormozy talks about the dream outcome, the perceived likelihood of achievement, the time delay, the effort and sacrifice, and then kind of the other things that we want to add into our offer as well. Now, this works for really every business, but as we look at it from an e-commerce business, we want to see the dream outcome. We want to see the perceived likelihood of achievement, the time delay, the effort and sacrifice. So we look at, what does our customer want? What's the perceived likelihood that they're going to achieve that want? And how do we break that down? Through showing them the product, showing unboxing, showing demonstrations, things like that. How fast, and then there's the time delay. How fast can they get their product, and how long is it going to take for them to achieve that dream outcome? That's how we focus. That's how we present this here. And then also the effort and sacrifice. Does it take months and months of work to get this, or is it going to take 2 days to get there and shipping? So that's how we present the effort and sacrifice. Then we look at it and we place a couple different things on. We place scarcity, which is the measure of units. We place urgency, which is the measure of time. And then we have guarantees, bonuses, and you can name it in a unique way that really connects to your customer. A really great way to look at naming is if you go to Amazon and you type in, necklace, it's going to say this type of necklace for the hipster, or this type of necklace for the woman that does, the mother, or anything like that. So you want to get clear and unique with your naming, so it really calls out that perfect customer. But with these other things, you want to, have some scarcity in there, showing X amount of units are left, days until this offer is closed. Is urgency, lightning deals, lightning sales, ends on this month. Only the first, 100 people get this product, which is, scarcity as well. And you want to have guarantees. The most simple guarantees for e-commerce, of course, is free shipping, free returns, 100% money back. If you don't like it, keep the product and we'll refund you, whatever that looks like. The try before you buy, which is a huge thing as well on Amazon for when you buy clothes. There just really minimizes the entire no factor, or having a customer buy it and then knowing that they could just try it on and return it if they don't like it. That just removes the entire no and increases the conversion rate like crazy. Or even offering like a gift with purchase with those. So having some guarantees in there, and of course bonuses. Any bonuses that you want to stack on, you can increase the value of, as long as it makes sense for you and your business and financially. Trying to do your best to add bonuses, which the easiest way to add some bonuses is give some digital products. So whatever digital product that you can have, because once it's kind of created, then the profit margin on that is 99%. It's just a matter of you paying for the software that's either going to deliver it. So, and of course you can use other bonuses in the box, which goes along with kind of like guarantees, gifts with purchases and things like that. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to get clear on what offer you're going to use as a go-to-market strategy to help your business grow. We look at this from a product-based growth strategy. And if you're getting started, you're trying to really break through that 7-figure limit, it's going to take some time to figure out what offer really resonates. And as you optimize and craft your offer and craft your messaging and craft your creatives to really get something that sticks. And once you get that thing that sticks, your product, a single product, can help you break through that 7-figure barrier in no time. And it really helps you as you scale, having the offer. And then as you grow from 1 million to 10 million, you'll start to begin to launch new offers and multiple offers at a time. That's what really helps you grow faster. But starts with one offer. So get clear on your offer and what it is and how it's going to help the person, the customer that you're doing, how it's going to help them raise their status, do all these great things, achieve their goals, and minimize the barrier of entry for them to purchase. That's the most important thing after getting clear on who you serve. What offer is going to be sold to that customer that they're going to love? Now, next thing we want to do is we want to look at our offer ladder. So as we grow over time, we have offer ladder. I look at from having KLT products, which is know, like, trust products. We have our core products, which most e-commerce brands store. This could even be a higher ticket products, but I just have the $25 to $250. And then you have a membership or subscription that you can offer as well. And then you can have a high ticket. So having an idea of what the offer ladder looks like allows you to think much bigger, because you could use the KLT product for either a tripwire or just a lead magnet to grow your email list, to which then you can sell your products on the back end. You have your core products, which then you can have your kind of main offer that you can offer, or you can have your upsells and your downsells and your post-purchase sales and pre-purchase upsells to craft this amazing offer and funnel, to which then you use to acquire new customers and increase their ALV and increase their LTV over time. So you kind of have your core products there. And then you have your membership or subscription. So you can create a subscription that, is a monthly thing or bi-monthly, whatever that looks like for you, having that on the back end. And that could be both physical or digital products, and then of course the membership. Costco has a fantastic membership. Like, you pay once a year and they are that helps you get these certain deals and things, and and offers around having that membership. So having that there, that's either a yearly thing as well. And then also the high ticket. Now, high ticket could be if you already have a high ticket e-commerce store, this could be something that's even bigger to where you offer some sort of in-person event, live pop-ups. They have to be, invited to. You have exclusive events, you have a mastermind, anything like that, because as you'll continually find out to which your customers that buy from you, they want to continually buy from you if they really had an amazing experience. And then over time, they'll start to understand where your products do for them, and then what you as the entrepreneur, as the founder and the owner, do for them as well, helping them become greater and more efficient and all the other things that we want to help impact people and have them do. So don't be shy of offering high ticket over time in the future to help you grow. Now that you've gotten clear on what type of offer, let's add more value to it by creating some bonuses. So this is a page to where you can map out all the bonuses that you can come up with to make your offer more sexy. Get clear, have fun, be creative. What you can add as a physical product as a bonus, or what you can add as a digital product to your bonuses, and how you can maybe reach out with other brands or doing collaborations that you can add their type of product into for a bonus or whatever that may be. Have some fun creating some bonuses that's going to stack value for your offer. And these can be, free bonuses, or have like a massive discount that's going to complement your offer moving forward. Remember, the goal of our first offer is a product-based growth strategy. So we want to use an offer that's going to be the best for a go-to-market product to which we can acquire a brand new customer at a low cost to even be profitable off that first offer, that first purchase from our offer. So have fun creating this offer, this go-to-market strategy with our offer equation, getting clear on how you can craft things there, what the different products are that you can have at the different levels, and of course the bonuses that you can take to add all those other offers, make them more sexier. So that's the first thing. Now we're going to go into the funnels that's going to help you sell your products. We use 3 core funnels here, and the first one is our know, like, trust funnel. And this funnel, main purpose is to grow email lists and generate awareness, to which even you can use it as a tripwire funnel to acquire a brand new customer at a low cost, which you probably won't be very profitable on, or you won't be profitable on at all, really. But the goal of that is to just acquire a brand new customer. So you can use this funnel for that thing. The goals of this funnel is to grow your email list, and then the email list is traffic you own, or an SMS list as well. This is traffic that you own. You want to spread. This helps you spread brand awareness, and then you can nurture your new emails and new SMSs. Share your message, get people to understand who you are, your values, your branding, your marketing. Have fun with it, getting to connect with people, to educate them, and to add value into the customer's life as they either are part of your list or as they become a customer, and then hopefully a VIP customer buying from you multiple times down the road. And of course, in this funnel, over time, you want to be able to make offers. As you can see in the example, if someone opts in through how to learn XYZ without being ABC, they'll go to a thank you page, to which then they have a special offer there. Many people will take it. Many people won't. So having a conversion rate there, getting an understanding of that, you're just always making offers in this. And then of course, in your email and SMS, you'll be nurturing, building connection with people over email and making more offers in that. Not offers all the time with email, but with SMS, you can be a little bit more straightforward because you don't send out as many SMSs in this know, like, trust funnel, but you can make offers there, sending out once or twice every few weeks. So of course, you want them to follow you, or them to join you on other social channels with this know, like, trust funnel. And of course, the ultimate goal here is to just begin that introduction to you so you can help grow a long-term relationship. So on this page, you can go here and you can map out what your product will look like, what offer you can make on the thank you page, and then of course, what offers you can make on the on the order summary page with post-purchase upsells, and how this process works for you. And as we dive into email a little bit further, you'll be able to build out your entire process, for this know, like, trust funnel follow-up through email and SMS. Now, the second type of funnel that we want to use is basically just our core funnel. So we use this with our core product, and of course, any other products that you have with your brand. So this helps you bundle products together to get a high AOV and a high lifetime value over time. So what you can do here, as you can see, the goals of this is to grow your average order value, is to make more offers, grow lifetime value faster. You can stack value with your offer with these bonuses. You can bundle products together, make bundle offers, and add more bonuses. And also a goal for this in the acquisition standpoint from being a paid media is you can counter the rising acquisition costs that all of us are experiencing. So with this perfect example, you just have your first offer, your product. When someone adds that to cart, what cart upsell are they going to have? Now, when you offer your cart upsell, which is a pre-purchase upsell, you want to offer something here that cannot be found anywhere else on the site. So they can only get it through this type of funnel if they're adding something to the cart to check out. So they'll have the front offer, let's say a t-shirt, to which then they can say, hey, you can get these pants at X% off, which they can only find this X% off through this upsell. And then from there, they will go to their summary, like, hey, thanks for your order. Here's your order summary, submit your order. Then after that, they'll have a post-purchase upsell, which is usually what we like to call a cash multiplier. So it's 2 to 3 times the cost of what your original product was. So this helps, as I said, grow your average order value. And over time, you'll see that you'll be able to see your conversion rate and then test different offers on the pre-purchase upsell, test different offers on the post-purchase upsell. So you can get a really clear understanding of like, hey, this is the best offer and best funnel that I have that's going to help me grow my business to the next level. And then over time, as you continually grow, you'll notice that you'll begin to have 2, 3, 4 of these products and funnels that work really well for your business that help acquire brand new customers, grow AOV, and of course, in the back end, grow lifetime value over time. So get clear on what these products look like. For you, if you're under the $1 million mark, you'll probably start with one core funnel. If you have other products too, just make sure you have upsells and pre-purchase upsells and post-purchase upsells with those. But for your main offer, really, really craft this funnel for that product, for that offer that you want to sell. And then you can map out all your funnels here as well. So that if you download this, highly suggest you download this and print it out too and fill it out. So, and then the last funnel that we're going to be talking about is the high ticket funnel. Now, this is something very similar to as far as steps wise from the Know Like Trust funnel. There's 3 steps to where you can have an application to where you're going to sell something like an event or a mastermind or anything like that, or it can just be an order page for the high ticket event, high ticket mastermind, to which then you can offer upsells here still. So if they're coming to your mastermind or coming to an event or anything like that, you can offer a VIP experience, something like that along those lines, to which you can make another offer as they go through this process. Then of course, here's the order summary. The goal with this high ticket funnel is of course to offer these high ticket products, find your die-hard fans, these VIP customers that really love and really want to continue to buy from you, because these are the customers that you can then build a deeper connection with, and then over time find out what they want more, so you can offer better products to the larger customer base and then offer better products towards them and serving them at a higher level. You want to make massive impact with this type of funnel. You want to grow the lifetime value and of course continually stack value with different bonuses with this funnel. So it's still a 3-step process to where you have your offer, you have your upsell, and then you have your order summary and a thank you. So with all these funnels, there is a back-end process for email and SMS as well, which I mentioned. We'll dive into that in a little bit future. So now you have your customer, you have your products, your offer, what you can bring to the market, and then the funnels that you can use to sell your offers over time. The Know Like Trust funnel can help you sell that tripwire product or grow your email list. And then you have your core product funnels that's really going to sell that core offer that you have. And then you have your high ticket funnel, which we'll build out over time, to which you can make those big offers, those high ticket offers to your customers. Now, with all these funnels, the next thing we're going to talk about is our site, our website. If we don't have a website that really is conversion optimized, it's going to be very difficult for these funnels to actually work. So what you saw there is the actual funnel structure. Now we're going to dive into how the actual website and how the actual funnels are set up. So with your main offer, the goal is to have a core offer sales page. So you want to have a pre-sale page to your offer. So what you want to do here is go through this CRO and RO roadmap, which is conversion rate optimization and revenue optimization roadmap, which you can click on this and you can download it, and it gives you everything that you want, everything that you need to have a badass offer landing page, and of course a conversion rate optimized website, as well as revenue optimization throughout your website. And that's of course we briefly touched on it with the funnels, having upsells and pre-purchase upsells and post-purchase upsells, but also adding things throughout your website that's going to help you convert better and generate more revenue. So Not going to dive into this too much here, but with this, it's very straightforward. You'll see a list. You click to download this, make a copy, and go through your own website to add the whatever you can over time to make it more optimized. Now, this is not the end all be all. Everything deserves to be tested, but this is what this is how we use, this is what we use to optimize websites across the board in all our companies and all our brands and all our partners that we work with. So download this and get at it. So it's going to make a huge difference in your website as well. And this is our entire conversion revenue optimized website thing. So use this. Now, the next thing we're going to dive into is other of the inner process is our wiring. So with this, we use special software, apps, plugins that we use in our Shopify stores and our brands to really just make it better. So as we do revenue optimization and conversion optimization, here are some of the things, some of the apps that we use as, really game changers for our businesses. Number one is Zipify. Zipify has two products. They have Zipify one-click upsells, which we use to implement the upsells, the pre-purchase and post-purchase upsells. And then also Zipify Pages, which allows us to build simple pre-sale pages, blog posts, sales pages, new product pages, anything like that. This 1-2 punch is essential that we use in all our brands. Second things we want to make sure that we have is, payment programs that we can use for people to make installments of payments. Of course, Shopify comes to Shop Pay. That makes it simple that you can install. And of course, there's other ones like Sezzle or Klarna that you can use to offer payment plans for your products. And then of course you have AfterShip. So you want to make sure that after your product is shipped, you can give your customers the best experience when it comes to tracking their order. And of course, if they need to return or exchange products from your store, you want to make sure that you have AfterShip installed. Now, the next thing, which is probably the most important out of anything, is customer service. We use an app called Gorgeous, and it is by far the best customer service platform for e-commerce businesses, to the point to where you can automate so many of your questions that most businesses get, as far as like, hey, where's my order? What's the tracking number? Things like that. But also this allows you to pull all your social platforms from your email to your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anything that where you can get comments on or messages from. You can pull it into Gorgeous. You can do even phone calls if you have phones, text messages, everything can get pulled into Gorgeous towards a central hub for you to serve your customers and give customer service, top-notch customer service, because this is going to set you apart from so many e-commerce brands. Your customer service and how you go about handling customer service is going to set you apart over time, because once you have such a great customer service program and platform and experience, these customers are going to be your best marketing team as they go out and word of mouth spreads about your products and about your customer service. And then your business really starts to exponentially grow super fast. So making sure that you have top-notch customer service, we use Gorgeous. For shipping, there's lots of different apps and platforms for, managing orders and managing inventory. We use ShipStation. So when orders come in, it goes through ShipStation. This allows us to partner with USPS or UPS or anything like any companies like that to allow us to print out our tracking, print out our numbers, and we pay right in there so we can then ship our orders out to our customers. And if you use a third party as you grow, they will have something along the lines to which they can integrate their platform with you, or they'll have ShipStation as theirs to which you both have access. And then as orders come in, the third party fulfills it for you. But for now, you're probably right where you need your orders that come in for you, and you or your small team is probably fulfilling those orders right in house. So we use ShipStation for that. To keep going on, we use Recharge for subscriptions. So as you add a subscription base in the future, or even right now, if that's your main offer, we use Recharge as an app. It's very simple, very user-friendly for you to set up subscriptions on certain products or on your main offer. So that integrates directly into Shopify. For SMS and for email, the top 1-2 punch for us, we use Klaviyo for email and we use Attentive for SMS. Both are very user-friendly. Both have incredible teams that you can set up emails and SMS to send to your customers and build connection, educate them, make more offers over time with both those platforms. And then when you come down to a little bit more bigger growth, you can then offer a points and referral program. So we use smile.io, and smile.io, as again, is very user friendly for you to have and set up, to which then you can offer your customers, hey, if you spend this much, you get this many points. Hey, if you spend here, you can have points. If you refer a customer here, you can get more points here. And then, you attract and retain your most loyal customers for your e-commerce store to get them to come back and buy again, because now they're also getting points and referring people to being your best marketing team. So that's the app that we use for that. And then lastly, the last couple of types of products that we add in here for customer reviews, we use Loox. Sometimes if you don't want to use Loox, you can use Yotpo. And these are the crucial thing about these is that these customer review platforms allows you to leave a photo review or a video review. So having that on your website or your product pages is crucial because it's social proof, and we all know that social proof influences our purchasing decisions greatly. So those reviews are critical. So you can use Loox or Yotpo. Now, I also suggest these next three because they're fun. Now, Printful is a print-on-demand service, to which if you're selling some type of other product, but you can complement it with, a hat like this. I use Printful to have all my stuff because it's print on demand. So you can offer that, and you don't have to hold any more inventory. They can just, print shirts. They can print shirts, hats, jackets, all kinds of great stuff. And it's been the best one that I've found so far. And I've tried quite a few of these print on demand services. So you can add that just for fun to make more offers. The ultimate trust badges by Conversion Bear. Now, when you have product pages and checkout pages, I want to make sure that the store has trust badges. That's, anything that says 90-day back guarantee, secure checkout, all that stuff. We use just ultimate trust badges. If your website or your theme or your product page doesn't have them, you can plug that in to theirs. And of course, the last thing we use is SEO Optimizer. As we work to put our SEO on autopilot for our e-commerce store, this helps with that process. And then over time, as you grow, you're able to work with more an outsourced partner to where you can have better SEO, or really hire somebody or work with a freelancer to do SEO and take your business to another level with that. So these are the apps, the plugins, and the software that we use in all our Shopify stores to help us scale past that 7-figure mark. Now we're going to dive into part 3, which is serve. Now, this is probably one of the most critical parts on here because we have reach. We know where we are at right now and where we want to extend to. We have our inner. We want to make sure that we are serving the right customers with our offers. And we want to make sure that we have the wiring, which is the apps software, in place for us to be able to do that. And then now we have our marketing strategy, which is serve. So for us, we use what we call impact marketing. And this allows us to serve our customers at the highest level. And that's part 3. So this is one of the best things that I've read in any marketing books. It's called This is Marketing, an Executive Summary by Seth Godin. Read this, but the last sentence here is what makes this worth it. Culture beats strategy so much that culture is strategy, which leads to my next page, is what change do you seek to make? Culture shifters, shapers are the ones that change the world. And as we can think about how we can do this to our customers at a low scale, over time, it grows and scales over, and reaches more and more people. So as an impactor, that's one of our goals. And so this is why we ask this question. What change do you seek to make? Because it's not just about a transaction. We're working with people who are buying from us because they align with us. They love our mission. They are part of our mission. They feel like they're a part of it themselves in doing the mission that we want to achieve and reaching the goals that they want to reach. So what change do you seek to make? Ask that question. What things do you want to make different in the world as you launch and grow your business? With our serve impact marketing process, there is 3 steps that we look at that we really build all our content off of, all our strategy off of, and it goes like this: inspire, educate, and convert. So what type of content can we create, or messaging or videos or scripts or anything like that can inspire somebody to take action? The next thing is, what kind of content, marketing, and videos or processes can we implement that's going to help educate our customers? Because I'm all about education, because we're becoming the greatest versions of ourselves. So how can we make an impact as we inspire? How can we make an impact as we educate? And then, of course, the last one is convert. We want to take these people that we are inspiring and educating, and we want them to become our customers. So we make offers. That's the type of content that we're going to create there. Now, it's different types of content. You can probably consider inspire and educate, more branding, but it still is direct response. And then, of course, the convert is your hardcore direct response marketing, to where you're asking your customers to purchase, you're asking your customers to join your list, you're converting them from just an audience to part of your brand. Now we're going to talk about a few different things to which we like to get clear on for your growth strategy and for your marketing strategy as a brand itself. Number one is the culture. So we like to get clear on what type of culture you like to create. Now, there's culture in the world in different parts, and there's all types of different cultures, but we want you to create your own culture. And that's usually by how this is usually how you are going to be expressed at scale to other individuals and in the world. So what kind of culture do you wish to create? What kind of principles do you live by? As we look back into our reach part, getting understanding of what type of principles and values do we have, and how do you wish to change the current culture of your market? So getting a clear overview, if you're selling clothes, what type of current culture is in this clothing market, this type of clothing market, whether it's like athletic clothes or whether it's kind of more street clothing, street branding. That's just an example, but get clear of what the current culture is like in that, and then how can you change it? How can you create something better to which then you can build up, that you can take this audience and have them become a part of your audience, your culture? And what are two extremes of your brand that you could possibly resonate? There's this and that. They're just too far extremes, and sometimes people are here, sometimes people are here. But what are those two things that you can use in your marketing that then is going to pique attention, pique some inspiring, or pique some education, to get them to look at your culture, to see if that resonates with them, so they can be in alignment with you as your culture? So have fun with this, get brainstorm on this, but what type of culture do you want to create? The next thing we want to look at is the stories. Now, you as the founder and the entrepreneur, you have stories. We all do. Every human being has stories, and it's not a competition of stories of my story is more difficult than yours or my story is greater than yours, but it's just getting clear on how we can craft stories from us and from our brand that's going to connect with our customers. And I believe that stories are the most powerful forces on earth, because these are why wars are started and these are why wars are ended, because there's a story that people get behind. And getting clear on what type of stories you have as your own entrepreneur and as your own brand, sharing those with customers is going to connect on the deepest level that you can imagine. So craft out what type of stories that your customer that we got clear on, what would align, what would intrigue them, what would inspire them, what would educate them to teach them lessons over your brand. Next thing, we're going to be talking about the experience. Now, this is very critical as well, because overall there's an experience. Like I mentioned, it's not just about the mere transaction anymore. Customers want much more than that, whether it's aligning with values and mission, but they also want to understand, and they also want to see the experience it is, how it makes them feel when they interact with your brand. So a great example of this that I always share, that I learned from, was Disney World has the trash cans in their parks that match the specific theme of every single area in the park. That's a vision, that's detail, and that's the experience, and that's the branding that comes with it. So what does your experience looks like? What can you create that gives your customers the opportunity, that gives customers the opportunity to add value to other customers? What does your packaging look like, and what kind of experience does that give? What do they feel when they open your package? Write out everything that you can think of, and crafting an amazing experience in the beginning. And over time, this continually evolves. It's a never-ending like black and white thing. It's a continually evolving aspect of your business, but get clear on what type of experience you want to have. Making sure that your customer, everything from your customer service to the unboxing, is just great, and it's unique, and it allows you to stand out in ways that you could never imagine, and people getting in alignment with your brand and loving your brand more than just a regular commodity type of thing. So get clear on this, have fun with this as well. The next thing is the X factor. That's what we like to call it here at New Heights. And the X factor is your specialized knowledge. You as a founder has gone through life, so that's why you get clear on a story. You have things that you've learned throughout your life which we like to share. You are the expert, so act like it. That's why that quote's here. Your brand should go beyond just the transaction and also be working to solve customers' problems. Now, you may be selling, you may have a product that's completely different, but people are, we are humans. And if we can connect with other humans, as we should, we can help influence and help them solve and help them overcome challenges in their life. And as a founder, as entrepreneurs, it is our duty, I believe, to help raise other people up. Rising tides raises all ships. So do that. can you share your specialized knowledge with other people? And don't just limit to just like, oh, I'm only an expert in this. I'm only an expert in entrepreneurship. Have fun. We worked with a brand who is a skincare brand, and the founder, who is fantastic, she is a mother, and she does lots of things that helps other people who are entrepreneurs as mothers, and just other people who are mothers talk. And it does nothing really to do with her product, but she's helping other mothers, solve their problems and do that. So what can you do? Write out different types of topics, write out different types of things. Look at your customer avatar worksheet that you have. What are their fears? What are their problems? What are the things that they're working through or dealing with, or just mindset, or whatever it may be in life? And then what are some stories that you can then share as an X factor to help them overcome them and learn from you? So get clear on those. Write out a video list. Video is the strongest way to connect. I always suggest making videos. So get clear on what type of videos those are. YouTube is the best way to make videos. So make those videos, solve customers' problems, and make their life better. And if you need help to map out video ideas and real ideas, new thing in the game, it's basically a cheat code, ChatGPT, that can help you organize your thoughts and get clear on what type of videos and what type of content that you can create. Now we've brought everything from the last 5 slides. We know our customer, we know our offer, we know our strategy, we know what we want to do, and now we're going to bring our message to the world, and we're going to launch in the process of putting it on the organic social marketing and then also paid media marketing. So the first thing here is organic marketing. One of the things here is I usually like to say pick 2 to 3 mediums that you can start marketing on, or even if you want to get a little bit more focused, focus on one. My biggest ones are YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Now there's also TikTok, which is massive as well. I just prefer not to use TikTok too much. Also Pinterest, and then also just normal blog. But I use the top 3 as my core 3 for any marketing. As you can see, because this video is on YouTube, I use YouTube for everything. I put out a couple videos. I put out a video every week, and I put out a YouTube short every day. So that's how I do my organic marketing. And then of course, Instagram and Facebook, I put posting on there, whether it's bringing people to the website or bringing people to YouTube. Because the goal is to just make organic marketing that aligns with my type of brand and getting customers out there to inspire and to educate them so they can become a customer of mine. So get clear on what type of what type of organic marketing that you want to do, and get clear on what type of strategy you want to do for that. Now, if it's too overwhelming to have 3 platforms, really just pick one, but you can at least build up to 2 or 3 over time. And because if you post, a video on YouTube, you can post a video on Facebook from that, and your video on Instagram. So you can repurpose that on different platforms, but get clear on what type of organic marketing that you want to do with a strategy behind it. Next thing you want to do for organic marketing as well is called the Dream 100. Now, Chet Holmes made this. I learned from him, but you can write out 100 names of people or brands who you would dream to collaborate with. And over time, you can just work on reaching out to these people, reaching out to these brands, and seeing if you eventually get in contact with them and just, collaborate, have something, whether it's just going on their podcast, or you're just sharing products, or you're having a brand collaboration with 2 products, or whatever that may look like. Write out 100 different people and brands. Don't limit yourself at all. It could be, whoever it may be, if you want to work with whatever, biggest celebrities, biggest names, biggest leaders, put these people down. And then also any people that you just are close, or smaller down the list as well. Get clear on 100 people that you could reach out to. And then after this, you get clear on them, start reaching out to them. Try it. Send them something in the mail, message them, be persistent. Don't be annoying. Don't be persistent. And remember, make sure that there's a value in it for them rather just from yourself. So position yourself as it's going to be a value add for them and not just a value add for you, because that's going to make the whole thing come together to where they're going to love to work with you, because you're not just trying to take from them, you're adding value to them in some sort of way, to which then they can return and add value to you and your brand. So have fun with this as well. And then the next thing we're going to talk about now is our paid media marketing. Now, this is a beast of information right now. So the way we map our paid media marketing out is we use Google and we use Facebook ads or Instagram ads as well. So what we want to do here is, let me just break this down for you now. Okay, the world of paid media has evolved into an exciting game of creativity. Thanks to the advancements of the algorithms across all platforms, we no longer need to stress about the targeting and the complex campaigns. Instead, what we need to focus on what really matters, which is creating engaging and innovative creatives. So by putting efforts into angles, copy, and creatives, we can allow the algorithms to learn and find customers for us, all while optimizing our budget and allocating cash where the platforms is giving results. This means that us as entrepreneurs and us as creative strategists, growth strategists, and then of course creative strategists, this means that we can spend more time strategizing and less time worrying about the nitty-gritty details. It lets us to put our creatives hats on and launch some truly amazing campaigns. So we really want to focus on angles, copy, and creative. So down here at the bottom, you'll have our copy doc and you'll have our creative specs doc. Our creative specs doc just gives you the right dimensions for creatives that are across platforms. And then our copy doc is going to allow you to create angles and copy. Now, an angle is something to which the angle is a position to which, let's back up again here, Kyle. An angle is an opportunity for you to position your offer. So with that, if you have, your offer, think of 3 different ways that you can sell it, 3 different angles, whether it's like, all right, you're targeting moms. Okay, you're targeting fit women who love yoga. Or, the third one could be travel girls, whatever that product is, but just 3 different angles that you believe with your customers that's going to relate to them. So trying that and then having copy for each one of those angles around. So you're going to put that copy in our copy doc so you can keep track. And then now you're going to map out your creatives. I have a list here of lots of brands that I love their creatives. They do a really great job, from everything from UGC to their static messages to their graphic design. So you want to get clear on what type of creatives that's going to resonate best, tying with your pairing with your angles and your copy. So feel free to look at a lot of these brands and get a vision for what your creatives will look like. How can these relate to your angles and to your copy so you can present your offer in the best way possible. And now we're going to launch. Now this is our entire process of how we launch our paid media on Meta. To not get too deep into it, I want to show you how it works. So after we get clear on our 3 angles, we have our 3 copies, and then we have 2 to 3 creatives per angle and and copy. Sorry. So for CBO campaigns, this is what we do. It's not very complex. For targeting, we want to make sure we have broad audiences, because what the old way of Facebook ads and meta marketing would be where you test tons and tons of different interests to see which ones will hit. Now, what I believe and what I practice is that the algorithms are so advanced themselves that our creatives are crafted for specific audiences. So we call out our audience there, and we call out our customer there, and we have our copy with our creatives, with our angles, to which then Facebook is going to start allocating our budget to see which one is working the best, what type of person is resonating the most, to which then that's why it's going to allocate our budget there, to where that's kind of phase 1 of where we're seeing our money go, to which then we can scale up over time. Now, if you don't have an offer that's working, you're not seeing anything that's successful, we'll get into kill or scale kind of thing. But what we want to do here is we want to just bring out a broad audience to which we can feel like this is the type of audience that's going to resonate. The people that are in this interest is going to resonate with our offer. So 3 different types of ways is I do a psychodemographic. So that's creating an audience of a psychodemographic to be like, hey, this person who's going to probably like our product is going to like A, B, and C. Or one big open broad audience. So it's like, oh, I'm selling skincare. My big interest is just going to be skincare, because we know people in that audience are going to like skincare. Or an open broad targeting, which is just US, or whatever country that you're in. No targeting interest, nothing like that. No age change, just, hey, Facebook and Instagram, find me the people that are working. So, and then also the next thing that you can start using over time as you build up some data, if you don't have, is just stacked lookalike audiences. So there's 1%, up to 10%. I just like taking those and stacking all those audiences into one audience and letting Facebook do its thing, Meta do its thing. So that's kind of the targeting on these CBO campaigns. And then as each campaign is set up, you want to make sure that you have your offer, your angle, your copy, and creatives. So you have your offer, keep 1 offer per campaign. Make sure it's a standout offer, because you're going to be testing it over time and improving it. Or if you already have an amazing offer that it converts, you'll be using it you'll be using that offer in the 1 campaign. Then you'll have your angles that you're going to be selling to 3 different angles, seeing which one's going to work the best. You have copy for those angles, and you have creatives for those angles. So you want to have 3 to 4 creatives for each angle and copy combo, which is usually like a static, a video, or even a carousel. So you can test those, and then you'll build your campaign and launch. So Ideally, you're efficient. If you have an efficient budget, it's just going to be your CPA over the last 14 days average. If you spend a lot, if you haven't spent a lot, look at your CPA for the past 30 or 60 days. And you want to times that by 50 divided by 7, because Facebook optimizes off 7 purchases per day per ad set in order for it to be out of limited learning and for it to be an optimized campaign, an active campaign. Now, if you can't do that, that's okay. In the beginning, when you're testing, you just want to see where your money is being allocated, what angle is working the best, what creatives are working the best, so you can still launch with whatever budget works for you. I always suggest at least $100 so you can get some clear data on that. And then what you want to do here is you'll have angle 1. So you'll have your campaign, you have your CBO, you'll have your angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, which is your broad audience. And then you'll have 3 to 4 ads with the creative copy and with the creative and the copy in that in the creative. So that's how that looks like there. And then as you learn, you'll be able to start doing what's called production campaigns. And you can use cost caps on this or bid caps with this. And these are scaling out these winning audiences, winning creative copy, combos that you find. So what you'll have here is you'll have your top angle number 1, top angle number 2, top angle number 3. You'll always have exclusions for purchasers and customers list because you don't want to retarget your customers in these campaigns. And of course, the efficient budget again, which is your CPA times 50 divided by 7 equals your daily budget per ad set. Now with cost caps, you can put a higher budget because one, a cost cap is going to tell Facebook like, hey, do not spend this money if you cannot get the conversion that I'm looking for at this cost. So let's say you're able to spend $1,000 per day or $5,000 per day. You can have a cost cap of $50. So even though you can spend $5,000 per day, if Facebook can't get you purchases for $50, it won't spend that budget. And if it is getting purchases for $50, you want it to spend that budget because you want to capitalize on the upside. So this allows you to maximize the upside and protect the downside with that. So with the production campaigns, that's how you set those up. And with the budget wise and how you're having a target cost cap of the purchase, of the conversion cost that you want to have. With this as well, all comes with our paid tracking. So we always, like we said, what gets measured gets managed. So you can click to download this paid tracking worksheet. Just make a copy of it, have it for yourself. And we set up the campaigns there to which we can keep track of everything, all the KPIs in Meta itself. So there's that. Moving on to more Meta campaigns here are some notes of when to scale and when to kill your campaign. So if your campaign launch, you want to launch your campaign with the 2 to 3 angles, and of course with copy and creative. And you want to wait at least 14 days. But if you have no purchases after 5 days, you want to kill the campaign and you want to restart over with some new copy and some new creatives. Try something new. If the campaign has purchases, but it's under a 1x ROAS at day 14, kill the campaign again and start something brand new. So if you have over a 1x ROAS, let the campaign run for another 7 days and see how it performs. You don't want to shut it off yet. You just want to see if it's going to continue to get better over the next 7 days. Now, after 21 days, if you have a 1x ROAS or a 1.5x ROAS, you want to just let the budget continue to run again. And if you have a 2x, a 1.5x, or a 2x ROAS, you want to scale 2.0x ROAS, you want to scale the budget by 50%. And then as you continually see your ROAS here, it determines on how much you want to scale by. So follow this as a when to scale, when to kill. And this is going to help you optimize your campaigns much faster and much more efficiently from a framework that's going to maximize your upside and minimize your downside. So after making any significant changes as scaling, you don't want to change your budget. You don't want to touch anything in that campaign for another 14 days. And then after that, you'll repeat this process over and over. Depending on where the ROAS is, you'll either scale it or you'll kill it. So to scale faster with this, you can launch another CBO campaign with the production campaigns if you have some winners, and then launch that at a really high budget with the cost cap in place. Or you can you can launch this as a new CBO campaign as well with new creatives and copy, trying to try those angles out again at a higher budget CBO. So some CBO production notes. You can only use this high daily budget scaling type when you have a winning copy, creative, and offer combo. So you want to create a campaign with the 2 to 3 angles, very similar. Daily spend, you want to make sure that you have a minimum of your customer acquisition cost times 7.14, and that's going to be your daily budget per ad set per day. And you want to have a maximum of really 3x daily budget. You want to set a cost cap that's 10% lower than your average customer acquisition cost, just so you can test. And over time, you'll be able to increase it or decrease it, so you can optimize it there. And of course, the last thing you want to do is launch. And if you have minimal spend after you launch it, if you see that your campaign's really not spending, you want to increase the cost cap as well. So let's say you started with a $50 cost cap, and if you're not getting any spend on those first couple of days, you want to increase it, 10%, 20%, just to see if it really starts to start spending, so you can start to get an idea of, hey, where's my money going? Is it being spent now? Are we capitalizing? Just so you can get that campaign going over time. And then as it starts to spend, as it starts to bring in purchases, you can then test it to lower your cost cap to see if it still works, bringing in customers at a lower cost because of the cost cap that you have in place. So that's what it looks like for us to launch on paid media. We have our campaigns, we get clear on our offer, that's a winning offer. We have our angles that we can present our offer to. We have the copy and creative for those angles, and then we build and launch. And then as we find winners, we scale with our framework here of when to scale it. And then of course, if it's not performing, when to kill it. And then if we have winners across the board, how to scale very fast is we want to launch it with a production campaign at a very high daily budget with a cost cap in place, so that maximizes our upside and minimizes our downside risk. So that is that for paid media. Now, as you continually move on, you want to launch products and you want to launch your campaigns on Google. Here is the outline that we launch for Google. As we get started, though, we really want to only stick to one kind of platform, but we like to launch Google if the budget is there, because that's going to complement our Facebook or our meta advertising. So if you can do that in the beginning, two campaigns that we want to launch first on Google is our branded search campaign and our performance max campaign. Our branded search campaign just allows us to capitalize on the people that are searching for our brand or our product or our offer in Google. So it's really branded search. So for instance, if I had a New Heights branded search campaign, I would make sure that anybody that types in New Heights would see my ad. And then the next campaign that we want to set up is Performance Max campaign. Performance Max campaign is one of Google's new campaigns that we've seen a lot of great results on. So we want to make sure that we have our campaign set up here to where it's not just offering all our products, but we have ad sets in there that are offering our main offer, or having our offer split out into different product types. So if you're selling, shirts and shoes and hats, you want to make sure that the Performance Max campaign has different ad sets to where it's like, hey, here's the shoes, here's the hats, here's the t-shirts. So you don't just put every product in there and optimize. You want to see what one's really selling the best with the Performance Max campaigns. This is the step-by-step process in setting up those campaigns. And of course, you want to identify, for branded search, you want to start with identify your brand's core search terms. And for Performance Max, you want to ensure that your website and landing pages are optimized for conversions, so you can do this. We've seen a lot of really great performance from the Performance Max campaigns, as it kind of takes into consideration all the other campaigns that Google offers at the time and kind of just narrows it into the one PMax campaign is what we call it. So launch these two. If you want to get started on Google only first without launching on Meta, definitely set up these two campaigns first, to where you have a branded search campaign and a Performance Max campaign here to get those going. The same thing that's in place for the Meta campaigns is that we have our setting up conversion tracking in Google Analytics, and then do not set target ROAS or conversion costs at the beginning of these new campaigns, because you want to make sure that your campaign is going to be spending, and then you want to launch the campaigns. And with a Performance Max campaign, it's a little bit difficult because it requires patience from us, and we have to be able to spend in order to learn, to which then we can maximize. So when you launch a Performance Max campaign, let it spend for an entire month. 21 to 30 days, as we mentioned here, before you really make any adjustments, because you want that campaign to do its work, to optimize, to get data and learn, so that you can maximize it over time. So those are the two campaigns that you can set up on Google. And then lastly, as you scale out through Google, to use more of the options that Google has, you want to set up a dynamic branded campaign and a dynamic non-branded campaign. Now, dynamic non-branded campaign is something that's like going against competitors that may be searching, which then you can, you can have your ad go in front of them. And a dynamic branded campaign is just making sure that your products are still there at the end for the search network, being able to see all types of different things for your brand to show up there when people are searching for you. So these are the third, fourth campaigns that you want to set up second, after you maximize the first two campaigns of branded search and Performance Max, as you overall scale out on your advertising into Google's platform. So you can also use YouTube videos, YouTube advertising as well in the future, but that's very more along the lines of getting branded. And for these campaigns, we really want some conversion optimized direct response targeting aspects for these to capitalize on. So those are those campaigns. And then lastly, we want to talk about email. Now, this is the retention machine that we call email and SMS. So here is a list of all the emails that we have set up when we get started with a new brand or when we acquire a brand as well. So you'll see all the emails here that you want to set up. You want to make sure you have your transaction email, which is like, here's your receipt and order number. You want to make sure your shipping notification, tracking email automation flow. Hey, your order's out for delivery. You want to make sure that your offer specific new customer flow. So this is somebody that comes in and buys your first offer, to which then they go into a 90-day or 180-day flow, so we can maximize that lifetime value over that time. So you want to make sure that you have all those emails set up in the flow. The next kind of flow that you want to have set up is, of course, the newsletter welcome flow. These are people who come into your email list or your SMS list that are not purchases, to which then you can build a relationship with, make offers over time with, give them a special offer in the beginning so they can maybe convert to a customer there. You want to make sure that goes out. Your subscription notifications. You want to make sure that you have an abandoned cart flow, a browse abandonment flow that comes in to where someone lands on your website, or they abandon their cart, or they abandon browsing, that it sends them an email. You want to have a review flow to which people over time will come back and leave a review. And then you want to have your VIP campaigns, which is usually the top 10% lifetime customers who have 2, 3, 5 purchases or more, to where then you have them in their own segment so that they have their own flow. And then of course you talk to them differently than you talk to your brand new customers. Not in a bad way, but you speak to those customers who have you established a relationship with a little bit differently than the people who are just getting to know you. So make sure you have that set up. You have your win back campaign. You have your weekly email campaigns, which you'll be sending out to where you can offer, you add value to them, you can educate them, and of course you can have fun and make offers. So that's all the email and SMS campaigns right there for you to set up, to just go through, checklist, and make sure that you set them up. Some bonuses here is anytime you can customize any of these emails, whether it's a first name or it's a customized picture or whatever it is, do it. It's awesome, and people love customization. So do that. Email, to get a little bit more of a metric for email. Email should produce about 25 to 40% of your overall revenue each month, or even for the year. But that's what you want to set up there. So if you're not getting that, you want to make sure you can optimize your automations, or your flows, your campaigns, making sure you're making more emails, more offers, so you can start to strive to hit that 25% of your revenue coming from email alone. But you really want to get to that 40, 45 plus, because that email and SMS is really doing great things for you. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you create segments based on engagement. So you can have all engagers, you can have people who are opening everything and clicking on everything. You would map them out from 1 star to 5 stars. So your 5-star engagers would probably be your highest quality, and your 1-star engagers are the ones that are probably like opening an email once every couple of weeks. 5-star opening your emails every single day. So, and buying from you weekly. So make sure you have those different engagers, because once again, you talk to these people, the high engagers, the 5-star engagers, differently than you talk to the 1-star engagers. So having those separate and having those segments built out allows you to do that. Now we've talked about our campaigns and how we launch, and how we launch on Meta, how we launch on Google, our entire strategy for email with all the different emails and SMS automations that you need to set up. So we'll step into the last part of our R.I.S.E process, evolve. We're going to talk about how we are coming out at a new level and as an evolved state of our business. So we're going to talk about 3 different ways to grow your business, and then how we can continually put in the right processes and systems that allow you to continually grow and scale as an individual, an entrepreneur, and as a business and brand. So the first things that we're going to talk about is how we can grow your business. So moving forward, there's really 3 ways to grow your business. Number 1, there's get more customers. Number 2, there's increase your order size. And number 3, there's increase order frequency, or your lifetime value. This slide's a little too bright. So number 1, get more customers. This is how we go about making new offers as we continually grow. Now, we used our previous offer that we did. You really want to focus on one offer and one customer until you hit that really $1 million mark. So after you hit that, the next thing that you're going to be doing from the stage 2, which is $1 million to $10 million, you're going to be making more offers to grow your business. Now, let's say you have a really great product that's growing fast, that's going to propel you even larger than 1 million. It's going to get you up to $3, $5, $10 million. Now, the goal is here as we continue to grow is just how can we reach more customers with this offer? Or if you need to look at more offers, how can we reach new customers with new offers over time to help you grow? Now, the second way to grow your business is to increase the average order value, the order size. So this is just a continual process of testing pre-purchase upsells, post-purchase upsells, bundling products together. What kind of offers can we make on the front end? What kind of upsell can we have to complement these? What can we do across the board to have an opportunity for us to increase our order size? Because as we increase our order size, whether it's a brand new customer or as a customer that's returning, that's going to help us grow as well. And the last thing to do to grow your business is increase order frequency. And this is basically getting customers to come back and buy from you again. So you want to grow that lifetime value by offering more offers, new products, new collections, new anything to get those customers to come back and buy again, or just having your customers come back and buy the main offer that you liked. If it's like a consumable that they have to continually buy, or getting them on subscription or a membership that can help you grow your business in incredible ways in itself. But how can we grow increase our customer lifetime value over time? This is going to allow you to look larger than the 60, 90, 100 day mark that we looked at previously in our key metrics. This is going to help you look at like a year and beyond. So getting clear on what that customer journey looks like can help you increase your order frequency over time to get customers to come back and buy again. So this is the 3 kind of high level ways that you can look about how you can grow your business moving forward. Get new customers, increase order size, and increase order frequency again. So moving from here, as you start to grow out, whether you're at this stage now or you're getting a little bit bigger, you're going to start having people working with you, whether it's contractors or you have employees. You just want to make sure that you have an infrastructure in place and the rules are clearly identified for each person to know what they are doing. So this is a little worksheet to have you map it out. You usually have you as the visionary, the entrepreneur, and then you have a kind of like what I was taught called the integrator. The integrator is kind of like a COO thing, to where you have the vision and then you bring it to your integrator and then you guys work together to, the integrator really manages all the day-to-day operations as they work with, sales and marketing, other operations, customer service, fulfillment, things like that. So just having this in place allows you to see yourself as, hey, this is where we're at. And then here's our clear responsibilities for each individual person. And having those clear responsibilities mapped out for each person really just keeps it clear for everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing on a daily basis and a monthly basis and a yearly basis. So this allows you to make sure when you come up with like, hey, what's going on with our sales and marketing, you can go to the sales and marketing and making sure that they are doing their job, or the operations or customer service or anything like that as well. So making sure you have this just helps as you continue to grow out. Of course, this expands bigger and bigger if you want that to grow as well. But as you are working to create a lifestyle business that's going to support the lifestyle that you want to live, all depending on what your goals are. If you want to just, kind of be the owner of it eventually, to where you're just strictly the visionary, and then you have a CEO who is the integrator, who helps you build things out. And there's a large team below you or a small team below you, whatever that may be, making sure that everybody knows what they're doing, clearly stated, so they know what they're doing, will help you grow. Another thing that you can do for your infrastructure, which I at first was against, but now I do it for myself, and it's helped me grow immensely. So it's kind of like the heartbeat of your company. That's what I have here, and it's meetings. Now, you don't want to get too crazy with like internal meetings on a weekly basis, but how I look at myself, and I do this for my life and for my business, really every year, every month, every week. So I always have an annual meeting with myself, which is, for me, it falls in December. And so for your business, always have an annual meeting. Schedule it in your schedule right now so you can get clear on when that is. And then when that meeting comes, you're going to review your company vision. You're going to create your new 1-year plan, which is in the impactor flow, which we'll talk about here in a second. And then you'll be able to just get it, see where your business is at and what you can do, what worked this year, what didn't work this year, where we want to go to the next level, getting clear on that in your annual meeting. The second meeting you want to create is, of course, your quarterly meetings. And in quarterly meetings, it happens once a quarter, usually before the next quarter. So you want to review your previous quarterly rocks, which are like 5 to 7 things that you want to happen in that quarter that must happen. You only want to keep it 5 to 7. Create new quarterly rocks for the next thing, which these rocks are in accordance with your 1-year plan, and of course in accordance with your 3-year vision, and then your 5-year theme. So this is just reverse engineering it all down to smaller actionable steps on a weekly, quarterly, and annually basis. So In this quarterly meeting as well, you want to make sure you're solving key issues, because if issues have been coming up over time and have not been solved in the, really in the weeks or the months of the quarter, it's going to slow you down from reaching that next level, reaching those new heights in your business. So you want to make sure that in this quarter, in these quarterly meetings, that these key issues are addressed and brought to you, whether that's from your employees or from your partners or from your contractors or whatever that may be, making sure that those get solved as well. Or if they're not being solved in the meeting, making sure that the steps after the meeting, those are the top priority things to solve as you move into the next quarter. And then the last meeting that you want to incorporate is your weekly meeting. You have one for your. First of all, have one of these for yourself as an entrepreneur, as a person as well, and then having one for your businesses as well. So the weekly meeting falls on the same day every single month, every single week, and making sure that you're reviewing numbers in your rocks. So seeing where you are at with the quarterly rocks, making sure that those rocks have action steps on a daily basis that helping you achieve them. You can see your action steps overall for the week on who is doing what to help you achieve the accomplishment of these rocks, that's keeping in alignment with your vision and your goals and your theme. So making sure there, and of course, any of the other smaller issues that you want to, that are coming up or popping up in the business that you need to make a decision on or take action on, that those are getting solved there too. So schedule that in your company, schedule that in your life as well, and make sure that these are there, because once they're scheduled, they become real, and then you make them happen. And these are going to make sure that your business continually thrives and stays alive and allows you to stay on top of things, as well as you work towards your goals and your dreams and your visions that you want to have as an entrepreneur and that you want to create in this world through your brand. So getting clear on these are critical. Put them in your schedule as soon as you can. The next few slides here, we have marketing, we have fulfillment, we have customer service, and these are just kind of the tip of the iceberg of what kind of operating procedures that you have in place that can allow you to teach somebody else and manage it themselves. So if you have a certain way that you're doing your marketing or your social media right now, like put that into a process, so which then if you hire somebody else or you start to outsource it to somebody, you can give them this process, you can walk them through that, and then they can learn this as well. And let's say you have something for fulfillment, you want to make sure that when you start outsourcing fulfillment, if there's not already a system in place, like a third-party logistics, that when you hire somebody that's helping you do fulfillment, like this is the process that it takes for us to fulfill our orders. And of course, the same for customer service. What you want to do here is you want to get clear on the top 10 questions that are frequently asked, so you have responses to them. And then of course, you want to be able to give your customer service person or your customer service team the ability and the power to make decisions based on their best judgments to a certain extent. So if, let's say, there's an issue at $50, that it's not really a big deal for you. Like, hey, if the person is requesting a $50 return, that's okay. Now, if there's something along the lines of like, have that number to where it's like, hey, if it's $250 or more, it goes to the integrator, or if it's more than that, then of course it goes to me, to you to make a decision. So putting these processes and these standing operating procedures across the board in place will help you grow and scale out faster, because you could just teach these people that are starting to work with you or work for you the processes, to which then they can run it themselves and do the processes themselves. So write these out. These are just a few examples, for marketing, fulfillment, customer service. Think about what you do every single day, and think about what you do every single day. How can you write those certain things, those aspects, those tasks, or those into a process to which then you could teach somebody? That's where you get clear with the infrastructure here. So that's all the great things for evolving here. And now we're going really into what it looks like from elevating your life as an entrepreneur aspect. So we have two things here that we teach at New Heights to help entrepreneurs become the greatest versions of themselves, helping really people overall who are looking to become the greatest versions of themselves follow these two things. We have the impactor flow, which allows you to get clear on these yearly goals. So previously we got clear on like the 3-year vision, what that looks like, 5-year theme. Then we break the 5-year theme down to those 3-year visions, to which now we break that vision into yearly goals. And so the impactor flow allows you to do this every single year, to where it helps you break down what your year to look like, and then what each quarter will look like as well, and making sure that you're doing the action steps each week. That's going to help you achieve those monthly goals. It's going to help you achieve those quarterly goals, those quarterly rocks, to which then it's going to help you achieve your really yearly goals. And of course, keep you in alignment with your 3-year vision. And then of course, help you achieve that 5-year theme that you have. So click to download that, get the workbook as well. We also have a lot of videos on YouTube diving into the impactor flow. So go through that and fill it out. It's tons of fun. I do it every year at my yearly meeting. I fill the Impactor Flow out, so you should too. And then the second thing that we have here is our Elevate Life Rise. So this is a lot of this is a lot of mindset and being able to transform yourself from who you are now to who you are made to become, going from you 1.0 to you 2.0. And in order for you to elevate your business, you must elevate your life, because your business's growth, it depends on your personal growth. So your business is only going to grow to the constraints that you have in yourself, in your mind. So being able to recreate yourself and help you break through your own limits personally is going to help you break through limits professionally in your business as well. So get both of these things and download them, work through them as well, and give me any feedback or have any questions with these. Feel free to reach out to me via email, via social media, and I can help you with this as well. So these are critical things, because without these in your personal life, your business, it's going to reflect into your business, because life is just one big mirror. And so issues that come up in your business are going to be similar issues that show up in your life that you haven't dealt with, that are now being reflected to you from your business. So that's why these are so important. Get clear on the Impactor Flow, map out your yearly goals, your yearly tasks, and breaking those down into daily, weekly things, and then get clear on who you are now and who you strive to become and who you must become, because you are an incredible individual, and this world craves what you have to offer in your life and in your business. And elevate your life with the RISE process, because it's something that will help you get there, and it's something that I do in my own life as well. So like I said, I fill out the Impactor Flow each year, and I do Elevate Life, the RISE process. Every 3 years is really a phase for me. So that's when I try to fill this out, get a lot more depth in it, to make sure I'm continually growing as a human, as an individual, to become who I'm supposed to become. So lastly, without finishing this off too fast, we have an education. So once you think you know it all, you lose. So always be continually learning and educating yourself to become a better version. These are just some great books that I loved at the beginning of my journey, in the middle of my journey, on my journey now. And as I continually add stuff, I always suggest reading some of these books. So read these, enjoy them, continue the education. Some of my favorite ones on here is Ready, Fire, Aim, Principles by Ray Dalio, The E-Myth Revisited, Traction, and then of course, these are all really, really, really great. 100 Million Offers, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, and Power versus Force. So read these ones and just better yourself as an individual, as an entrepreneur, and just as a person. Like, the world is going to get better because you get better. So that's that for the education. And once again, that's the Vertex Blueprint. I hope that what we discussed today in this short hour and something minutes, that give you an opportunity to think bigger, to give you a little bit more strategy on what you can do moving forward with your brand, to help you break through that 7-figure mark, or even if you're at that 7-figure mark now, being able to have you think bigger again, that you can help grow you to the 3 million, the 5 million, the $10 million range to get there, and also setting up your life and designing your life to fit your version of success, whatever that may look like, to have you spend more time with your family, or spend more time traveling, or spend more time, whatever, doing whatever you want. So this is it for you. And if you ever want us to, help you do this for your business, you can schedule an Elevate session by clicking on this if you download the thing, or you can head over to newheights.com and click the Work With Us button. And, we would love to help talk to make sure that you're a fit, that we can help you do this and do it for you. We do this with you to make sure that everything gets taken care of. And it takes, one of the greatest things that you can do is hire somebody to help you do it with you, or hire a mentor, because they're going to keep you on track and in alignment with your goals, as you told them, and help you achieve the things that you want to achieve. So that's what I want for you. So keep showing up every day, keep striving to become an impactor, as I am, as all the other New Heights family is doing as well. And I just want to let you know that I believe in you. I really do. I believe that you have something great to bring to this world. And I know that this world craves it, because we all have a purpose, and you were created with a purpose. And I would love to help you continually bring that out of you so you can make your impact in the world. So once again, thanks for watching this. I appreciate you. Have a fantastic, beautiful day. And of course, keep going. Talk to you soon. See you later.